Question 11. So remember the index laws. When we're multiplying, we add the powers. 4 and 5 is 9. But when we're dividing, we take away the powers. 8 take away 3 is 5. Now, this is just a whole bunch of stuff being multiplied together. 3 times 4 is 12. S squared times s to the power of 4 is just another one like up here. So we add the powers, so that's s to the power of 6. Likewise with the t's, t to the 3 times t to the 2 is t to the 5. Now remember, this means q cubed times q cubed times q cubed times q cubed. So if you picture that and you add all the powers, it's going to be 3, add 3, add 3, add 3, which is 12. Shortcut way, if you get one like this, you multiply these numbers together, 3 4s are 12. Simple claw, 3 lots of 2g, 3 lots of minus 1. And down here, just remember the process. We have the x times the x times the 3, 2 times the x, 2 times the 3, giving us x squared plus 3x plus 2x plus 6, and then gathering up our x's in the middle gives us the 5x. Question 12. Now you've got to spot that this is Pythagoras. Remember, right-hand triangle, side, side, finding a side. This is Pythagoras. And not only is it Pythagoras, it's a taking away Pythagoras, because we're working out the shorter side, or one of the shorter sides. We are not working out the hypotenuse. So what we're saying here is the shorter side, PQ squared, equals 19 squared, take away 15 squared. 19 squared take away 15 squared is 136. That's what PQ squared is. How do we undo a squaring? We square root. So PQ is the square root of 136, which is this, which to 3 significant figures, remember that just means 3 numbers, is 11.7. Question 13. Well, good old Sohcahtoa. Remember, the second we either need to work out an angle or an angle is involved in the question, this is no longer Pythagoras but Sohcahtoa. So first things first, you need to have learnt the 3 ratios. So you may have you have just learnt it as Sohcahtoa. You may have learned a little rhyme like, I think I've encouraged silly old Hitler caused awful havoc to our armies. Whichever way you do it, you must learn that. That is not given at GCSE. So you process. Picture yourself at the angle and label the 3 sides accordingly. That side is opposite to you. That is the hypotenuse, opposite the right angle, and the adjacent is the other side next to you. So tick the 2 that you know or need to know. Well, we know the 5, we know the 6, so we've ticked O and A. O and A is tan, so this is a tan question. Now, after your decision on sin, cos, or tan, always what comes next is the angle. Now, on this occasion, the angle is unknown, so tan alpha equals our opposite side, which is 5, divided by our adjacent side, which is 6. So tan alpha equals 5 over 6. We want to get alpha on its own, so how do we undo this tan? We do the opposite operation, which is inverse tan. So the alpha equals inverse tan 5 over 6. Popping that into our calculator, we get this, which is 39.8 to 3 sig figs. Now part B, pretty much the same process. So picture yourself at the angle, label up your opposite side, your hypotenuse, your adjacent, and label the 2 which you either know, we know this is 10, so we know the h, or the side we need to work out, which is the opposite side, the x. So we've ticked O and H. So on this occasion we're using sin. Sin, remember what always comes next is the angle. So sin angle equals our opposite side, which is x, divided by our hypotenuse, which is 10. So sin 40 equals x over 10. We want to get x on its own. We want x to be the subject. So how do we undo this dividing by 10? We multiply by 10. So 10 times sin 40 is x. Popping this into our calculator, we get x being this, which is 6.43 to 3 sig figs.